When you first read Emma Walsh's novel, did you immediately notice its potential as a TV show? And if so, what made you realize that?
I did immediately notice the potential for a TV show in Emma Walsh's The Big Door Prize because it had a great cast of characters and it had a great theme and a great question. What is your potential? What if you could be told your potential? What would you do? And you know, for a series that has many episodes, you're looking for something that can be explored from as many angles as possible. And so it was a pleasure to take what was in the book and build off of that and add characters and change characters and just brainstorm in the writer's room, what are some other potentials that you could receive and what would happen as a result.
And like you're saying, there's a lot of characters and each episode is focused in a particular one. So how was it for you and for the rest of your team to build this community with a bunch of separate storylines, but without diluting the show?
Yeah, that's a great question. It was really a collaboration, you know, with the directors, with the composers, with the designers, cinematographers. We tried to give each character a distinct visual and musical style so that we would feel that shift in perspective. But then there's a kind of look to the show as a whole that we wanted to preserve and a tone to the show as a whole that we wanted to preserve. So the Hubbard family, Dusty, Cass, and Trina, provides this emotional through line in the season. And we're tracking this family as they move forward so that even though we're adding characters and deep diving on characters in different episodes, there's one family that we can hang on to through the whole first season.
And about handling that family, you come from a really long run in Schitt'S Creek. So what lessons from that show have you applied here? And what new ground were you eager to explore in the Victor Prize?
Well, like Schitt'S Creek, this is set in a geographically ambiguous town. We don't really know where it is. It can kind of stand in for any town anywhere. And that allows you to not only explore more universal themes, but there's a kind of escape into this world where you're not concerned with what's happening outside of this town. It feels like this town is everything. And what happens in this town is all that matters to these characters. And, you know, from Schitt'S Creek, I tried to learn that part of what makes a show successful is just people that you want to spend time with, characters that you want to get to know and make your own family. And then building off of Schitt'S Creek, this show has slightly more dramatic moments. There's the magical mystery element. And so it felt like a nice next step for me.
And you were talking about the tone. One thing that fascinates me a lot about most of Apple TV shows is that they have a really optimistic tone, which is something really unusual in the current television. So do you feel more comfortable with that approach than with a darker one that can be maybe HBO's or I don't know, in other platforms?
I feel like Apple TV Plus is a really good home for this show and for me. You know, there are darker elements within the show, but the ultimate viewpoint is optimistic and aspirational. And it is really a show about empathy, about getting to know people on a deeper level.
Yeah, I guess that you are happy with Apple because recently it was announced that you have another project with them, with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. What can you tell me about it? And also, how may it affect to the Victor Prize's potential future?
Well, it won't have any impact on the Big Door Prize future. I can handle multiple projects, but Apple TV Plus is, you know, just a dream home for me, and I love working with them because they really help creators make the show that they want to make. You know, the Big Door Prize is exactly what I pitched to Apple 2 years ago, and every step of the way, they've just been supporting me and helping me make the show that I wanted to make. So with the new project with Matthew and Woody, it was my first choice.
Okay, thank you so much, David. Have a really nice day and congrats for the show.
Awesome, thank you.